One of the things we're watching, of course, is the challenges facing Donald Trump as he tries to get an end to the Ukrainian war. And one of the things that's been proposed is more sanctions on Russia. But if that happens, it could impact global supplies of oil, which could drive prices higher. Another benefit to Democrats, if gas prices go higher and oil prices go higher, they don't care what the right thing is to do. They just care about the political wins. Joining me is RT Trevino. He knows about this. RT, welcome back to the program.
Oh, thank you, Steve, for having me, and hope you're having a great week in D.C.
Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, it is a pretty good week so far. So tell me about this. President Trump has a dilemma here, doesn't he?
You know, he sure does. He's really doing the best he can in stopping this war in Ukraine. And he understands more than anybody else, especially as a businessman, that the best way to impact anybody is by impacting their pocketbook. And with President Putin really not willing to come to the table, there are more options that don't lead to war to try to get President Putin back to the negotiation table with Ukraine. And one of those is sanctioning Russia on their oil production and output across the world. However, when they're actually looking at adding sanctions to Russia, we may even have to add sanctions to our ally, India, who we just recently had a new negotiations with, because India does get a lot of Russian oil. However, if we were to take this oil off of the markets from India and also places like China, like you mentioned in your intro here, we would see prices just skyrocket across the world. If you recall, in January of 2025, we added sanctions and we hit just $81. So who knows what this type of a sanction would actually add.
Yeah, you know, right now, oil has been bouncing between $60 and $65 a barrel. It's kept gas prices low. Energy is what we need in America in vast quantities at low prices to keep our economy going. But without economic pressure, how do you exact change from Moscow?
You know what? That's the golden question right there, Steve. You're absolutely right. We just got done with a great Memorial Day weekend. Our gasoline prices across America were at 4-year lows. And actually heading into the summer right now, we're really looking at great prices for gasoline across America, which will then add economic prosperity to us here in America. But as you just mentioned, without these economic pressure on these other countries, how are we truly going to, one, end these needless wars that are across the world, but also really create a great, true place that the economy here in America can continue to thrive and help allow other countries to thrive as well?
If oil goes to $9 a barrel, where does that put gas prices? If it goes to $100 a barrel, where does it put gas prices? I mean, it puts the Democrats in a position to say, look, Donald Trump was a failure. He's hurt the economy. It's hurting working families, but he wants to end
Yes,
war.
you know, that's a great question. I had the opportunity a couple of weeks ago to listen to Harold Hamm of Continental Resources talk. And I just wanted to iterate that in his speech, he discussed how, hey, these times right now with the lower gasoline oil prices, as far as where they are at the 60 to 65, is temporary because we have to do a true energy reset. Dr. Ed Ireland of TCU said the same thing, that right now we do need to get ourselves back in check in America to then focus on the rest of the world, like President Trump is doing slowly but surely.
Yeah. It's a difficult place to be. He wants to make sure that energy is cheap for Americans. He wants to end a war. He's got a catch-22, no matter how you look at it. It's not an easy needle to thread, and here we are. So, give me your last thoughts on this, RT.
You know, you're absolutely right. It's not an easy place to be, but then again, I don't think being president of the United States is the easiest job in the world. We've got to make sure that America is safe and strong. And really, when we have energy security here in America, we truly have national security. And when it comes national security in America, that means there's global security. So we will continue to only fight. I know that us here at Pecos, we are prepared for these $60 oil prices to continue to produce clean American provided energy for all Americans, no matter the left or the right, because it's abundant and affordable. And we want to do our best to help continue to grow this economy.
There you go. RT Trevino, always appreciate you being here, my friend. Thank you.